Hello everybody, we are back again on the Preprod server because Divine Dust is now available to test. I have been itching to try this out. This is one of the features that I am looking forward to the most, that and along with my Divines giving my Divines giving passes instead of diamonds. Hopefully this Divine Dust feature should come along with the other pass updates. I don't know exactly when that will be. My guess is probably the first Tuesday of November, but I don't know if all of these updates are coming in at once. All three offers are available for us to try. However, I have already opened up Horns of Plenty so that I could test that out. So what we're going to do is check out the Golden Fleece and the Titans Challenge offer. And the divines that are being offered are just Falabellas, and there's a different color Falabella in each item. Let's go over the changelog real quick for the information about Divine Dust, just for a recap. So when a special horse finds itself with a lucky item for a limited time, it will also bring along the Divine Dust. Every time you try your luck, if the horse doesn't show up, you'll get a varying amount of dust. The less lucky you are, the more Divine Dust you'll get. The amount of dust is displayed in real time. With a sufficient amount of dust, the horse you've always wanted will suddenly materialize. As soon as the horse comes out of its hiding place or leaves the lucky item behind, the Divine Dust evaporates. Offers are not cumulative. Each type of lucky item corresponds to a type of Divine Dust. So you get the green dust for the hops, blue dust for Titans Challenges, and red dust for Fleeces. Divine Dust guarantees you'll get the jackpot regardless of your luck. So opening hops was the first offer that I tried, and I couldn't really seem to find any correlation between the amount of dust you get versus either the prizes that you get or the number of hop that you're on. I kind of expected that you would get more dust as you go along and you don't find the divine. That's sort of how I word the text in the changelog, but maybe I was just reading into it too much. But like the amounts I get, it just kept going up and down, and it was anywhere from between 40 something dust to 70 something dust. There were some prizes there were some Horns of Plenty where I would get really bad prizes, like just some Equus and some tack, and I did get 70 something dust. But then there was one Horn of Plenty where I found a Morpheus's arms and some tack and carrots, and I got 60 something dust. So the amount wasn't too different on that. There doesn't seem to be any relation to the amount of dust versus the prizes or the hop that you were on. It just completely varied, and it kept going up and down the more you kept opening Horns of Plenty, so it didn't really seem to matter all that much. Now, for the Horns of Plenty, it turns out that it took me 19 total Horns of Plenty to max out the meter. I ended up maxing out the meter because I never found the Falabella in the Horn of Plenty. Thankfully, you did not have to buy the divine from the reserve sales after you maxed out the meter. As soon as you maxed out that meter, that get button turned green, so it wasn't grayed out anymore. You just click get, and then within like a couple of minutes, the divine was in my breeding farm. So at least for that one, you did not actually have to buy it from the reserve sales, which I'm very thankful for. Let's move on to opening up Titans Challenges and Fleeces. How about we do Fleeces first? Let's see, we've got the orange Falabella offered in the Fleeces. And let's just do Fleeces from inventory, although kind of like I noted for the Horns of Plenty, I didn't notice that there was a difference in points or whatever when you opened up items from your inventory if you bought them with passes. So let's just open them. So this is a 1-star fleece. I'm going to write off to the side. I have a piece of paper where I can actually write this down. So for the Fleeces that's a 1-star fleece, and I got 25 Divine Dust, which is not a lot. That's kind of not really good for a 2-pass item. I never got that low amounts in the Horns of Plenty. So let's open one from passes. I don't really care. So this is a 1-star fleece, and I got, again, this time I got 24 Divine Dust. Okay, let's just choose a Hypnose Blanket. It doesn't really matter what I choose on here. All right, another one from passes. Let's see. I got another 1-star fleece at 24 dust here. This, I don't know, this isn't looking as good, but I don't know how much Divine Dust in total this will actually take. So another 1-star fleece. This one gave me 30 dust, which is so far acting differently than the Horns of Plenty. Because for the Horns of Plenty, my amounts, this is kind of acting about the same as the Horn of Plenty. My amounts are kind of going up and down here. Now this one is going up. I got 35 dust even with the 1-star. So it's slightly different. It's a little more consistently increasing. Another 1-star fleece. Ugh, 27. Now that went down. I got less Divine Dust on that one. And so far, I've got a big, huge line of 1-star fleeces. Another 1-star fleece. 27 Divine Dust. I hope this is just really bad luck for me and this isn't what all the fleeces are going to be like from now on. Ooh, there's a 3-star fleece and 32 divine dust. That's not much. What? That's not much at all. For a 3-star, that's not much more than what I got for a 1-star. Alright, there's another 1-star. Again, ooh, that one's 23. That's my lowest amount of dust yet. That was a 1-star fleece. Okay, another one here. This is taking a lot of Horns of Plenty. Okay, there's a 2-star, and that one only got 22 divine dust. Ew, okay, now that's my lowest. Okay, so the item, or the amount of dust you get, it's not going up, and that's kind of what I expected would happen, that the less lucky you get, meaning if you don't find the divine, then the more dust you'll get as it goes on. And it doesn't, it's just going up and down. There's really no correlation. There's 31 dust for 2 stars. That's almost a 10-point difference from the other one that was a 2-star. I'd almost rather have I'm not sure if I'm happy that this is completely random or not. Now, this is a 1-star that gave me 33 dust. I'm not sure how I'm feeling about I mean, I'm glad we have a safety net regardless, but 1-star for 34 dust. But yeah, I'm glad we have a safety net, but I'm not sure if, like, if we're going to have it, I'd like it to be executed a certain way, I suppose. 31 dust for 3 stars. So that's interesting. I got more dust on that last 1-star than I did on the 3-star fleece. Let's open one from inventory just because I feel like it. 2-star and 30 dust. Ugh. I feel like for a Falabella, I'm hoping the odds are just really terrible right now for me getting the divine on the test server, just to give us a better opportunity to actually test the dust. So I'm gonna keep that in mind and try to think positively, because it wouldn't do us any good for testing purposes if I could find the divine in a couple of fleeces. There's 30 dust for that one, because I have won a Falabella before from a golden fleece offer, and that was maybe 2 years ago. It was a couple of years ago now. I think that was the green Falabella. This is a 1-star at 20 dust, and that's my lowest yet in terms of dust. And that Falabella only took me 3 golden fleeces to win. I also did win the Hippogriff from the golden fleece offer a few months back, and that took me 3 golden fleeces as well. I don't even... Yeah, 3, 2. It was very cheap. It was not very many. So I'm really hoping this is a 2-star fleece at 22 dust. I'm hoping it's just that they're making the odds terrible just to allow us, give us an actual chance to test the dust. Because if I were to find the divine before the meter gets full, that means the dust is gone, like the offer's over, because you can't win the divine from the dust if you win it before you actually activate the meter, which it works like that in the Great Challenge. So this is a 3-star fleece at 33 dust. Okay. It's taking me a little bit longer to open these because I'm trying to keep track on the side. Here's a 2-star fleece at 29 dust. Okay. I don't know if I really need to keep track anymore. I think that's about all that we're going to get. I do find it interesting that the amounts of dust I'm getting is less in the fleece than it was in the Horns of Plenty. So, okay, I don't think I'm going to keep track anymore. I'm just going to keep opening them. I meant to choose my price. I'm sorry. Okay. All right, here's another one. Gosh, that meter... Ugh, we still got a ways to go. 3 stars at 26 dust. Although I'm just going to put like a hash over on the side just so I know how many fleeces this is taking me. I don't know if it will vary depending on the divine. This isn't a good... 18 divine dust at 2 stars. Holy cow. Maybe I should keep track still. Oh my goodness, that's awful. I don't know if this is a good... because I was also wondering if the offer would sort of depend on the divine that's on offer. I can't believe that a Falabella would take this much fleeces to open. Okay, I guess I'm still gonna keep track. I want to, but I don't want to. That's a lot left. I think I might just speed this up just so we can get through this. Otherwise, we could be sitting here for a while. How many is this? This is too many. That's how many. It's too many. Oh my goodness. Dude, this is ridiculous. Ugh. This is terrible. Well, found the Falabella. Okay, so I finally did win the Falabella. I'm not sure how close I was to finishing the meter because I did find it in a fleece. I got pretty close to the end. This took me, I think, 32 passes. I went into my pass history and then my item history to see how many fleeces I opened, and I think it was 32, which is quite a lot for a Falabella. I would hope that there would be a limit of maybe like 15 fleeces for a Falabella. Although, if this is just an indicator, then that the amounts are going to vary depending on the value of the divine, then you could probably potentially get a Balios and a golden fleece for 32 fleeces, but that's a lot because that's the equivalent of 60 old passes, and then whatever the equivalent of that is in new passes. So I'm not sure how I feel about a 32 fleece limit on a Falabella that doesn't really have a huge beneficial perk because it doesn't give an item. So that is the fleeces. Let's go to the Titans challenge. I was kind of holding on to do this one for last just because I really don't like the Titans challenge. So let's go. I'll keep track for now and then I'll speed it up again if it seems like it's going to take a really long time. So let's use one from inventory. Is this on a specific level? It does not say. I'm not sure how the Titans challenge is going to work. This is interesting because with the Horn of Plenty and the Golden Fleeces, it's just if you find it when you open it, then you have it. But with the Titans challenges, normally the divine is on a specific level, such as find this wild horse on level 6, find Balios on level 7. And then there's usually a divine that's always available on, I think, the very last level of the Titans challenges. I've only gotten there a couple of times on the test server. So let's open one from inventory. It does not say what level he is on, so I don't know. Moving to the next level. Move to the next level. I'm just gonna keep going per level. I'm not gonna bother. What did you didn't find anything on level 4. So technically I only reached level 3, right? So I'm just gonna say that's 30 dust on level 3. That's how I'm gonna say it. I'm not gonna take anything ahead of time. I'm just gonna keep going straight through because otherwise we could be at this for a while. Okay, so I lost on level 2 and I got 43. So again, there doesn't seem to be a correlation to level, what items you get or anything, and how much dust you get, because I only got to level 2 this time and I got 43 dust. Watch, this time I'll probably get 50 dust on level 4. 15, level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. Okay, so I lost on level 5 and I got 30 dust. Ugh, that's terrible. So the Falabella is not on level 5. Why would a Falabella be on a higher level than that? 39, level 2, 39. Okay. I wouldn't think a Falabella would be on a higher level than this, so I'm not really sure. 27 dust on level 4. I'm also not sure why I'm getting less dust in these. Keep in mind, this is the first time we're ever testing this, and maybe as time goes on, they'll adjust the offers a bit. I really hope they adjust the offers quite a lot, actually, because at the moment, I'm not terribly thrilled with this. Like, I mean, it is a safety net, so a safety net is better than no safety net, but if the odds have been made terrible, not just for testing purposes, but just in general to get the divine, then I'm not sure about this. I'd almost rather take what we already have. Go to the next level. Level 4. I lost on level 4 and I got 26 dust. So far, I have gotten between 26 and looks like 47 points is the most I've gotten so far. And I've only made it to level 4. Oh, no, I did make it to level 5 once. So this was level 2 and 44 dust. I know it says you didn't find anything on level 3, but I'm just saying that I definitely made it to level 2. So that's why I'm saying that I made it to a level below what I'm getting kicked off at. So 44 dust at level 3. All right. I guess from here on out, I'm going to speed this up then. That way then we can get through this a bit more quickly, and then I'll inform you of how many Titans challenges it took when I finally get the Falabella. However I managed to get him, whether that's from completing the Divine Dust Gauge or just from opening Titans challenges and I find him in there. finally found the Falabella. It was on level 6 of the Titans Challenge, and this was my 18th Titans Challenge to find it, and I still wasn't very close to maxing out the meter. I'm going to ask to see if Divines will now always be offered on level 6 when the offer is available. Maybe I just overlooked it. I'll also go back to look and see if maybe I missed and it did say somewhere what level that the Falabella could be found on. Now that I've tested all of the offers, let's look at the stats comparing all three of them. For Horns of Plenty, I maxed out the Divine Dust meter on my 19th hop. That comes out to the equivalent of 19 passes or 1,900 new passes. And some of the other players had also posted that it took them 19 Horns of Plenty to max out the Divine Dust meter. For the Fleeces, that one was much more expensive. I was pretty close to maxing out the meter, but I found the Divine on my 32nd Fleece. Just based where I was at visually, it would maybe take you between 32 and 40 fleeces for this particular offer, but I'm not sure. That's the equivalent of 64 old passes or 6,400 new passes for 32 fleeces, not for how many passes it would take to actually max out the Divine Dust meter. For Titans Challenges, I was much further away from completing the Divine Dust meter, but I did find the Divine on my 18th Titans Challenge on level 6. That's the equivalent of 34 old passes or 3,400 new passes. But for this one, there were players that maxed out the meter for this, and it took them a total of 29 Titans Challenges. Now, in terms of the amount of dust I got versus how many stars my fleece had, what level I was on the Titans Challenge, or the prizes that I got in the Horns of Plenty, I really didn't find a relationship. It was just random how much dust you got, but there was some sort of a range that differed depending on the luck item you were opening. For Horns of Plenty, it was anywhere between the 40s and the 70s. That was about the amount of dust that I got. For the Fleeces, you got a lot less. I got anywhere from as low as 18 Divine Dust on a 2-star fleece to as much as, I think, 34 dust on a 1-star fleece. For the Titans Challenges, I got somewhere between the mid-20s to the mid-40s. I got 27 dust at one point when I lost at level 4, and then I got, I think, 47 dust when I lost at level 2, so there doesn't really seem to be a relationship there. Now, as to what I think about the cost, this seems really high for a Falabella. I'm not sure, though, if they're going to base the amount of dust that you have to get versus the value of the Divine, although I'm not sure why a Falabella costs that much. Keep in mind, though, this is just testing. Maybe they made it this high just so we'd have a lot of items to open to test the Divine Dust. Now, I did compare it to the Great Challenge safety net offer. The Horns of Plenty and the Titans Challenge falls in line with that in terms of cost, because for the Great Challenge, you usually have to open the equivalent of 15 passes worth of items. The Divine will then unlock in the reserve sales starting at 19 passes. That comes out to the equivalent of 34 old passes for the Titans Challenge offer or 3,400 new passes. So that's about the same. It's the Great Challenge offer would actually be a little bit more expensive than the current Horn of Plenty offer that I just tested. However, it would be about the same as it would be a little bit cheaper than the Titans Challenge offer if you had to open 29 Titans Challenges to find the Divine with Divine Dust. And then the Great Challenge offer was definitely much cheaper than the Golden Fleece offer I just tested, because I didn't even max out my meter at 6,400 new passes. So I'm not quite sure what to think of about this. Yes, I really like a safety net, but I'm hoping maybe for a few tweaks before this is actually implemented. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for joining me today, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.